Good morning, guys. How are you? So, this is day 3 of our little legacy challenge, and I'm loving this because I'm not following a script. I'm not going and, copying and pasting anything. I'm literally sitting here every single morning and thinking of what, is on my heart, what I struggle most with, what I used to struggle the most with whenever I started my fitness journey, whenever I started my coaching journey, whenever I meshed them all together. And what I was really thinking of today is the fact of goal setting. So goal setting is hard. And I think that sometimes I just kind of squash that little it's hard into the ground anymore because I've done it for so long that it's just become routine and it's become natural for me. But, setting goals takes vision because you have to look so far ahead in your life to see where you want to go and what it is that you want to achieve in your life. And, dreaming, it comes down to dreaming those big dreams. So I'll give you my little breakdown. So I wanted to, for fitness, I wanted to lose 15 pounds. I needed to lose 10 to 15 pounds for myself to feel better, for my mood to change, to feel more like myself again. And in order to do that, I had to set some goals. I had to reverse engineer, meaning, okay, it was March whenever I was starting with TurboFire, and it was a 90-day program. So how much weight was I going to have to lose in those 90 days in order to be able to, lose that 10 to 15 pounds? I reverse engineered it to that 2 to 3 pounds a week so it would be healthy, but I knew that that itself was going to take a lot of work. So in that, I also knew that I had to add in some, clean eating. I had to figure out what to eat that would fuel my body, keep me satisfied, but also allow me to have some balance too, to enjoy life, right? Because we don't always just want to eat lettuce and salad. That's disgusting. So that's whenever I started to try new recipes. So then I set a goal to try one new recipe a week. And then I set a goal, then, okay, well, if I'm doing this for myself, I need to bring other people on my journey because this is how I start a business. It's not just going from 0 to 60 overnight. Starting a business is literally just sharing what it is that you're doing. So I didn't know anything about social media. I didn't know anything about blogging. I didn't know how to talk to people online. But I made it a point to just start. So with recipes that I liked, I would put them in a blog post, and I learned quickly. Nothing else went on my blog. It didn't look super cute or pretty, but I was like, I'm going to put the recipe with a picture, and that's what I'm going to use. And then I just shared that recipe on my Facebook page. And then I would share a motivational quote that I would find on Pinterest. It was just these tiny little steps that I did, that I set these goals for, because my vision, my big vision that I had whenever I started with this business was, really ultimately my huge vision that I started with was to help 3 to 5 people a month. It was to just help change one person's life a day, whether I knew if I was helping them or not. But that's what held me accountable to starting to post on social media, which I started with 140 Facebook friends, and I never posted anything on Facebook because I just thought that it was weird and I wouldn't do that. So all these little things that I was breaking down, I was like, okay, I want to help people, but ultimately my big why was that I needed to help myself and my family the most, and we needed money, and I had to have a job. So Beachbody became the reason that I was able to start to help my family, because I was like, if I could just make like $300 a month, that would be enough for groceries at the time. My kids were super little and they didn't eat that much, and I was very good at budgeting and buying things in bulk, and I could do that. I could really use that $300, and that would just help us. So that was like my big goal. Well, then I reverse engineered, and I was like, well, that means that I have to help 5 people a month, and I started to do that. And I actually hit that goal so early because I led with intention. And then I was like, okay, well, I'm doing this just because I'm inviting people to my journey. I'm doing this thing called personal development, and I started with the 30-day push by Chalene Johnson, and it was online, and I was reading The Compound Effect. And it was slow. It was a slow process for me because I'm not a reader, and I didn't really think that I needed it in the beginning. but I did it anyways, and it helped. And then I would get on the national wake-up call that Beachbody would send me an email for every single day, or every Monday. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to take these tiny little baby steps and to goal setting. And then another goal that I put on my goal board was I was like, okay, well, wouldn't it be super cool if one day, whenever I reach X amount of money in a paycheck, that I could hire a cleaning lady? So I started put that on my goal board. And then I said, okay, well, wouldn't it be cool if once I reach my health and fitness goals, once I lose that 15 pounds, I reward myself with an outfit. So I did that. And then I said, okay, well, wouldn't it be crazy cool if we could pay off this one bill? I think it was like $500. It was like our lowest debt bill. Wouldn't it be cool if I could pay that off by October? Put that down. So I was writing all of these things on a piece of paper, and then I stuck them on my wall where I could look at it every day. So it was just these tiny little goals that I started to set for myself. And then a weird thing happened is they started to come true because I was intentional with what I was doing. I was making it to a point that it was non-negotiable, that I had to make this work. It wasn't an option. I didn't sign up for Beachbody. I didn't sign up as a coach to just do nothing with it. I wasn't all talk. I wanted to show my mentor, hey, you know, she didn't notice me. She didn't even know that I was like in her downline, Melanie Mitro, because I didn't sign up directly under her, but she was my role model. And I was like, okay, if I do these little things, maybe she'll start to notice me and then meet me halfway. And that started to happen. Like, it was just these little things. So I want to help you guys goal set. I want you to post your questions below. I know that it can be hard at first. I know that it can be scary. So let's break it down. What are your huge goals? Because then after I started doing all those little things my first couple of months and noticing that they started to come true, and I put a date with each one. That's a big kicker. You have to put a date. You have to know when you're going to achieve this by. Then I set this huge goal that I wanted to retire my husband in 3 years whenever his re-enlistment date came back up. So it was either going to be re-enlist or get out of the Navy. And did I really believe that that was ever going to happen, you guys? I mean, I don't think that I ever really believed. I don't know how to describe that. Like, it was that crazy dream. It was the biggest dream ever that I'm like, yeah, right. And he gave me such pushback the first couple years with that goal, because it was like, to him, he was like, you know, this is how we've provided for my family. This is my life. This is my job. I love it. And he didn't see the income of Beachbody right then. But now, you know, year 3, and he did this, like, we got out, he's like, oh my God, like, thank you for having this vision. Thank you for never giving up. Thank you for always pushing. The vision of becoming debt-free. Did I really think that was going to happen? I don't know. But I set that goal and I reverse engineered, and I said, okay, in order to make this happen, I have to help no less than 5 people a month. I have to recruit coaches to my team. I have to figure it out. Everything's figure outable whenever you want it bad enough. So that's what I did. And so many times I see my challengers, I see people who want to join in a challenge group, or people who want to do coaching, or my new coaches who join Beachbody. They get analysis paralysis. You come in to a challenge group, you get your challenge pack, you come in as a coach, you start looking at all the information, and you stop before you ever start, because there's information and maybe you feel like you have to read everything, you have to learn it before you do it, that then you start to second guess yourself on what it is that you decided to do, and you don't take the leap. You stand on the edge of the cliff and you just look over, and you don't actually jump to try it, to do it, to succeed, to have success. What is holding you back? Take the leap. The only way that you're going to be successful with your weight loss, the only way you're going to be successful as a coach, the only way you're going to get to your dreams and the goals that you set is by building your wings on the way down after you take that initial jump. You can't figure it all out until you're doing it. So I'm encouraging you guys today, take out a piece of paper. I actually did this today. This is my little notebook that I have. And I wrote down some mission statement ideas. I wrote down some goals. I wrote down what I wanted to chat with you guys about. I reflected, and I want you to do the same. And I want you to post in here. I want you to tell me your goals. I want at least 5. 5. It can be health, fitness, it can be business, it can be personal development, it can be life, it can be family, it can be finances. It's your goals. And I need a date as to when it is that you're going to achieve these goals. And we're going to talk, we're going to rely on each other, and we're going to figure out why it is so important for you to achieve these goals. What is your push? What is your why? Why are you here? What is your purpose in life? And only you can figure that out. I can't help you with that part. I can only encourage you to figure that out on your own. So I hope you guys have an amazing day. I love you, and I'm looking forward to seeing all of your responses. I'll see you later.